These games are ranked by play score, a standard rating that averages gamer and critic reviews. First on our list is Slayaway Camp. There's not much spine-tingling horror going on in Blue Wizard's digital puzzle game, but it's definitely packed with all the iconic tropes of the 80s beloved slasher films. Set in the isolated wilderness of the infamous campsite, Slayaway Camp puts you in the shoes of the masked killer. Maneuver through their grid-based stages with every careful slide, and lure your victims to their final destinations. With its choice of blocky art style, the game manages to inject a healthy dose of gore into the murderous puzzling without veering away from tasteful displays. Whether you burn the unsuspecting teenagers to a crisp, stab at them with brutal precision, or hack away with your trusty axe, you can be sure to find only joy from their cartoony presentations. Solve over 140 gory puzzles, unlock your favorite movie Psycho, and jam to the heavy strums of their metallic soundtrack. Both a fitting tribute to the 80s horror zeitgeist and an incredibly imaginative puzzle game, it receives a play score of 9.02. Number 9 is Game Dev Tycoon. While it shouldn't be confused with Kairosoft's game dev story, Greenheart Games embraces the 8-bit original as inspiration for their hit simulation game. Game Dev Tycoon takes you through the art of the video game, from the lowly basement conception to the eventual fortunes of market fame. It's almost biographical, taking root in the actual stories of struggling game developers. In it, you play as the up-and-coming developer finding home in the humble corners of their own basement. Begin your journey by thinking up the most marketable combination of topic, genre, and platform, and watch as your history begins to form. Build up your company with each penny you earn, and watch it become the empire you aspire it to be. But there will be trials in your way. Research new technologies, make those crucial decisions, and put yourself in the gaming halls of fame. Churn masterpiece after masterpiece, and get hooked into the addictive process of creation. It has a play score of 9.07. Number 8 is Pigeon Wings. Pigeons get a bad rap for cheeky bowel habits, but this silly indie game brings them to the spotlight, showing them off in equally cheeky but less shitty behavior. With the big-eyed general exposition on the cockpit of his humble airplane, you're in for a tough yet superbly hilarious treat. As the only pigeon with the powers to stop a mysterious aeronautics titan, you'll have to fight through their numerous forces and set a date with a devious pilot. The game combines racing and shoot-em-ups into one neat package that plays a lot like classic games. Race past gigantic bosses and avoid their colorful flurry of projectiles. Despite its arcadey looks, it's definitely no piece of cake. Master the flow of their 50 breakneck levels and improve your chances with each engine upgrade. With their tough-as-nails gameplay and responsive controls, you'll have to fight hard to keep playing one last roundabout. Cute, addicting, and endlessly engaging, it has a play score of 9.1. Number 7 is Steredenn. If you thought Pigeon Wings were hard, then you might not be prepared for the chaos of this fast-paced shooter from Pixel Nest Studio. True to their name, this action-packed title is a haven of the colorful dots of the arcade era. It's a time capsule of the best aspects of the classic games with a modernized look and all the modern conveniences. Blast off to a pixelated outer space and embark on an adventure of cosmic proportions. It's a fight against a fleet of space pirates, and it's up to you to set it right. With a surprisingly large arsenal of weapons, square off against their insane bosses, and pick out your favorites from 35 unique blasters. A fusion of shooters and roguelike, this game boasts a high replayability with a randomly generated levels that put you on an unending loop of arcade goodness. It has a play score of 9.11. Number 6 is Data Wing. There are free games aplenty on the App Store, but they come with all sorts of strings. Whether it's a face full of ads or the restrictive powers of microtransactions. But there's none of that in this exquisitely crafted arcade racer. Created by veteran developer Dan Vogt, he graciously gifts his little passion project to the world. Set in a futuristic cyber world, take the helm of a lone Data Wing as he takes orders from a mysterious digital narrator. As you compete against yourself and other Data Wings in various types of circuits, a compelling story begins to unfold, letting you in on a plot that's deeply rooted in human emotions. Contrasting elements of heart and robotic obedience, its 2-hour story is definitely moving. It has all the qualities of a masterpiece, with crisp visuals, tight controls, and an immersive storyline. Play and replay each of their 40 stages and fall in love over and over again. Short, but poignant and massively enjoyable, it has a play score of 9.12. Number 5 is Frost. No matter what we say, sleekness and atmosphere are still foundations of a great mobile game. While it's arguably a trend meant to appeal to the citizens of the digital age, this artistic puzzle game puts to heart the minimalism of their visuals and innovating their mechanics along the way. In what is essentially a finger painting game, Frost provides a tactile experience that doesn't hold your hand. Instead, it lets you explore the world for yourself and experiments with the boundaries of each stage. Not only is it a dazzling interactive light show, there's also purpose to the elegant strides of their harmonic kaleidoscope. Lead them into circles, fly rockets through them, or devour tinier specks to create spellbinding patterns. It's a hypnotic diversion that will appease your inner artist and bring out that childish wonder. Enter the world of Frost and get ready for a spectacular delight. It has a play score of 9.12. Number 4 is Iron Marines. Leaving the comforts of the tower defense success that was Kingdom Rush, Ironhide Studios moves on to a new realm of strategy. This time, they're taking strategy to new heights in the realm of the RTS. Veering away from the medieval kingdoms of their last series, this game will put you in the front lines of a galactic battle. Set in a futuristic dystopia, take on the shoes of the hardy Iron Marines as they brave supernatural climates and deadly alien attacks. Amass your army of Marines and pave your path to victory, with strategically placed structures, bomb strikes, and combat maneuvers. Not only does it have the cartoonish charm that we've come to love, it also maintains an impressive polish that could rival any of Ironhide's titles. For anyone who's ever wanted to bring StarCraft to their phones, this provides a casually satisfying alternative. Packed with the excellence, quality, and polish that Ironhide Studios is known for, it receives a play score of 9.19. Number 3 is Motorsport Manager Mobile 2. A sequel to the highly successful Motorsport Manager, this second title brings back the ultimate racing simulation game and immerses yourself once more in the delights of motorsport management. Get back to the VIP stands as you lead your team to victory, one race at a time. Start by creating your very own motorsport team, filling the seats with the best drivers and engineers out there. Unlike other racing games, you're not in charge of the driver's seat. Instead, you watch from above, organizing the racetrack to its most efficient form as your drivers go toe-to-toe with their biggest rivals. Respond swiftly against other racers and react to the challenges of the random weather system. The forerunners of the motorsport management simulation on the mobile, this sequel takes everything to the next level with new features, research areas, and a new roster of improved drivers. Build up your legacy on the racetracks and go for that winning cup. It has a play score of 9.2. Number 2 is Linelight. Alluring and pleasing to the eyes, My Dog Zorro's puzzle game takes you to an iridescent adventure that requires no shooting, no killing, and no ridiculous quests to do. Take a dip inside their cosmic environments and become mesmerized by their tranquil worlds. The only goal is to guide the simple polygon, Dash, as he makes his way around the pulsating lights in their numerous levels. It's a game that proudly strips itself to its very core. Its marvelously designed puzzles will boggle you in the right ways, all the while drawing you with its cool visuals and immersive soundtracks. Travel through their 6 splendid worlds and put your mind to task against a collection of 200 linear puzzles. Not only does it boast a uniquely calming atmosphere, but its intuitive gameplay is also a great plus, putting sparkles on the eyes of both casual players and hardcore gamers. It's a relaxing puzzle experience with no lingering darkness in sight. It has a play score of 9.25. And here are the runners-up before we reveal the number 1. Through the Ages. Build up the greatest civilization from scratch and guide them through the pitfalls of development. It has a play score of 9. Hidden Folks. An adorable hidden object game. Scavenge through over 17 hand-drawn areas and become enchanted by their mouth-originated sound effects. It has a play score of 8.99. Splitter Critters. Explore a vibrant papercraft world and cut into their colorful visual riddles. It has a play score of 8.95. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Play against your favorite characters and relive the iconic moments of the popular anime. It has a play score of 8.93. Soul Knight. a cute top-down shooter with an insane amount of roguelike elements. Retrieve magical stones from high-tech aliens and save the world from impending doom. It has a play score of 8.91. Super Phantom Cat 2, a sequel to Super Phantom Cat's Rainbow Misadventures. Navigate through 4 brand new chapters and rescue his little sister from danger. It has a play score of 8.86. Sidewords, a fusion of word finding and puzzle solving. Fill up the grid with words and don't step on the same square twice. It has a play score of 8.84. Thimbleweed Park, a sequel to Maniac Mansion and The Secret of Monkey Island. Tag along with a dysfunctional detective pair and solve a murder one click at a time. It has a play score of 8.83. Stranger Things the game, a free-to-play tie-in to the massively popular Netflix series. Visit the quaint town of Hawkins and take a curiosity voyage along with the iconic crew. It has a play score of 8.82. Starman Tale of Light, an architectural puzzler set in a monochromatic city. Traverse the breathtaking sights and bring back the light to the dark world. It has a play score of 8.78. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below. And the best iOS game this 2017 is Flipping Legend. For a game that's just been released last June, it's been making waves and zigzags among the iOS gamers. While it's not much for the eyes to see, it has proved its worth among this year's best games with its easy to pick up and hard to master formula. From one of mobile's most well-known studios, Noodle Cake is adding another feather to their cap with this addicting arcade game. While it seems like we're seeing the decline of the endless runner genre, with the amount of generic clones on the stores right now, Flipping Legend distinguishes itself from the others with a well-implemented RPG system and an unconventional movement system. All those elements combined creates an outstandingly unique game that's both simple and strategically challenging. Just like Crossy Road, it has comical voxel visuals that fit with the theme of the game. Dive into the deep dark world full of bandits, zombies, and squash them all as mage, ninja, ranger, and a whole array of unlockable characters. Collect coins, level up, and rid the world of baddies one spell at a time. It has a play score of 9.33.